Good evening, everybody. Welcome to tradingrate.com. I'm happy to present another insightful video here. My name is Richard Ajay, and I'm the co-founder and head trader here at Trading Rich. I'm happy to show you what is happening in the crypto world. What is happening in the crypto world? I've been getting DMs from members and people from friends and family asking me what's going on with crypto. Where is crypto going, right? So if you joined our live stream on Sunday, I told you guys that we were going to get a bounce in crypto, in Bitcoin, and we got that bounce, right? And yeah, we got that bounce, and I'm going to show you where we are at in the whole recovery process and where I think price is going. Okay, so stay tuned and watch out for what I'm going to show you here right away. So let me share my screen and then we'll get started right away. So over here I'll go to the chart of Bitcoin, BTC. Fantastic. So if you join our live stream on Sunday, so by the way, we do live streams every Sunday. So every Sunday night, I go live and I present the game plan for the week, how I plan to make money. And this like a live YouTube stream where you can learn and get the game plan for the week, so that when the opening bell goes out on Monday, you will be ready to execute with confidence. Okay. Also, if you've not joined our community, make sure you join our free community here at tradingrate.com. So this is our website, tradingrate.com. The first thing that you see is join the free community, right? So over here we post a lot of resources, a lot of videos, a lot of materials for and master classes and stuff like that for members that want to learn about the market, right? So this is free. You can join the community free and you can learn. So join free and learn. Okay. All right. So let me go back to the charts and see what is happening to Bitcoin. So first and foremost, let's look at the broader picture of what is happening. So I've been talking about this mother of all trend line on Bitcoin for weeks now, right? So again, if you're tuning in for the first time, I'll go through it again to show you what this is about, right? So here we have the highs of Bitcoin in 2017. This is the highs. You connect it to the highs of this trend line. So this is a weekly time frame. Highs of 2017 connected to the highs of 2021. You extend it, you get into the highs of what? July 2025, the highs of August 2025, the highs of September 2025, and also the highs of October. So this trend line is a powerful trend line, right? It has hit it what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So it means that if we're able to come back again and break this trend line, we are going to head higher, and that's going to give us about 70 to 80% probability that we are going to break it. Okay, so consider mother of all trend lines to be a super strong break wall in technical analysis, right? So if you have a trend line that dates back to 2017, so this is an 8-year trend line, you don't just break it with just one try. No, it's going to take time. So you see that it's taking a while for this to break out from here. That is the technical reason why Bitcoin is down, right? I know you're not going to hear this in social media and stuff. People are just about hypes and things like that. This is the reason why Bitcoin has not broken out, because of this mother of all trend line. So if you're a crypto investor or a crypto trader, you have to know this trend line. If you don't know that there's this trend line of this sort there, then you're trading blindly. Okay. So I'm glad that you tuned in and you're watching this and you're learning. Okay. It's always good to learn. So now let's go here and go to the daily charts. So in the live stream on Sunday, those that joined, I told you guys that the reason why I think Bitcoin is going to bounce is that we have a number of confirmations, right? Like, so in technical analysis, there's something called factors, right? Factors that gives you the confirmation to take a trade long or short, right? So over here, I had a parallel channel. So what parallel channels does is that a parallel channel validates your trend line, right? So parallel channels are usually two trend lines. One is a resistance trend line and one is a support trend line. So if you can draw a parallel that touches key points, pivot highs and pivot lows, and they are parallel, that confirms your trend line. It gives this validation that this trend line is legit, right? That is a good one. Okay. So here we have this here, August 4th, September 7th, March 11th, and then from here we went to what, October 17th, right? So if you look at this, we've been bouncing here, holding here, and then what did we do? One bounce, two bounce, three. It kissed it here, it touched it here, four. Then here we broke through it, we pierced through it, but we came back up. And then what do we do? This is what? The fifth time, right? So we got that fifth time lucky, it bounced. Also, we have what? The 200-day simple moving average. The last time Bitcoin came here, it was difficult for it to just break down. It broke down, but it did not get the job done. The best did not get the job done. And this was able to reverse, right? So the 200 SMA has been a critical level. That is why I said that Bitcoin was going to bounce there. So let's look at what the Bitcoin is doing right now on the daily. So we had this move to the upside. So this was on Friday. Friday, this was a bounce. We had one green day on Saturday, green day on Sunday, and big green day on Sunday. Today was a big green day, but it's pulling back so far and it's red. Okay. So I believe that Bitcoin is going to hold this level, barring any kind of unfortunate event or something, catalyst or something happens. I believe it's going to hold here and it's going to push, right? So I believe that at some point, maybe this month, before the end of the month, we shall get Bitcoin back to all-time highs or sometime early November, right? It's going to be dependent on the catalyst in the stock market. If the stock market is strong, then usually you are going to get Bitcoin to go up as well, and it's going to rally. So these are the key areas that I'm watching for Bitcoin. It needs to hold this area, push, clear this moving averages congestion, come back to retest this mother of all trend lines, try to break it, and then once it breaks it, we are going to get that big squeeze and break out to the upside. So how far can Bitcoin go in this cycle, right? So in this cycle, I believe that Bitcoin can go as far as 150,000 to the top of this channel. And then once we get there, we can dream about higher prices. But for now, it has two assignments. First assignment is to hold here, actually three. Hold this level here, this support level, push up, break through this moving averages congestion, push up, and then break this mother of all trend lines. Mother of all trend lines is the main assignment and the main milestone. If it's able to break it, then we are going to get our 150,000. If it fails, then sorry, crypto folks, sorry, we are going to go down if it fails, right? So if it comes back here and it fails again, it needs to go back up and then try to go pull back and then try again. Okay, but I think that this time around, when we come here, it's going to blast through and go, and we are going to make new all-time highs and reach that 150-ish target. Okay, all right. Okay, so now let's check out. So as a stock market trader and a crypto investor, how do we get a short-term gain from this kind of move if it happens, right? So a good way to do that as a stock market trader or options trader is to trade IBIT. IBIT is the BlackRock ETF that tracks Bitcoin. So here, members in our swing trade community, we swung IBIT on Friday, and it printed beautifully today. So we took profit here at this gap entry, and then we are still holding some runners to see what happens to it, right? It's going to reclaim and go back up at some point. Maybe perhaps he wants to come back down here and fill this gap, right? If he fills this gap, no worries, it can fill this gap and then it can retrace and push up. So I'm using IBIT to trade Bitcoin, right? Because this tracks Bitcoin. This is the ETF for BlackRock that tracks Bitcoin. So anytime Bitcoin is up, this one is going to be up. Anytime this sells, Bitcoin sells up, this is going to sell up, right? So in IBIT to capture the move to the upside to get us back to the highs here. So if Bitcoin gets back to all-time highs, IBIT will get back to all-time highs as well. So this is what I'm using to guide me to trade Bitcoin. Okay, you can also use. We also traded Robinhood. Robinhood has this buy and sell cryptos, Bitcoin and stuff. So we were able to trade Robinhood on Monday. It was nice trade for the day trading room and also for swing trading. But we are back up here, back to the scene of the crime. This break of this trend line, and I believe that at some point we are going to hold and we are going to reverse. Okay. Another one as well could be Coinbase. Coinbase also popped, held this trend line. See this trend line here, this key trend line. He held it and then it popped. He couldn't clear the moving averages, and what did he do? It went back down. So here, this area is actually a break wall, right? It's a break wall. So price came here last time, it sold off last time. So now what he's doing is that it's coming down to finish unfinished business. So Coinbase, if Coinbase is able to hold here or even come all the way here and it bounces, this time around when it goes, it's going to break out and clear this 51 level and then go up, 351 level and go up from there. So Coinbase could be another one that you can use to track the crypto trades once Bitcoin moves up again. Next one I'm going to watch is Ethereum. Okay, so how is Ethereum doing? ETH. How's Ethereum doing? So Ethereum, again, Ethereum is trading between this parallel channel. It's just been bouncing there. It recovered on Friday, said it was going to bounce. It bounced. So we are going to see how it interacts with this channel. As long as it's trading here, it's going to be fine. If it's able to crack above this 4,084, it's going to push up. But for now, it's just consolidating. We shall see what happens to it as it pushes up. Okay. And also one crypto related trade that I'm looking at that I opened a position on today, just a startup position, is Circle Internet. So Circle is a company that issues stable coins, and with liquidity coming back to crypto, there's going to be people that are going to be getting some stable coins to hold their capital. So stable coins is basically if it's stable, right? It doesn't fluctuate. So if you want your money to be stable and not move up and down like Bitcoin and Ethereum, let's say you have 4,000 and you don't want that $4,000 to fluctuate, like if you put in Bitcoin or put in Ethereum, you put it in a stable coin, right? USDC, USDT, those kind of ones, those are stable coins whereby it can hold the value of your capital equivalent to US dollars, right? So it's paired to the US dollars. Okay. So here Circle has a very nice setup that I like. It's a high probability trade here. So I see this wedge pattern, right? So anytime you have wedge patterns like this, triangle wedge pattern like this is like a pressure cooker, right? So it's like pressure, pressure, pressure. Now we are getting to the tip of the triangle, right? So what it needs to do is that it either going to break up to the upside or break to the downside, right? So today we have this. So these two trend lines held this one earlier on. It came back down here. So I'm looking to see if we can hold this 124 level. If Circle Internet is able to hold this 124 level, one of these days we are going to get a long bullish engulfing candle that goes all the way to 141 or 157. And then once it gets here, it can stall out and then decide what it wants to do next. And once it blasts through this is going to go, right? So this trade here, I see this as a low risk trade. If it doesn't work out, it's going to come here and put in a double bottom here. So what I'm looking to do is that I'm looking to build a position on this, assuming crypto is still doing okay. if Bitcoin and things are doing fine, crypto, there's more excitement coming back to crypto, and Bitcoin start going up and all the other crypto coins start going up, then there's going to be interest in this, and we are going to see that break. So here, this trade, I'm giving it a lot of room. My stop loss is here, 110, right? Because if price comes back here, I'll look to I'll look to add to my position, because this is going to likely form a triple bottom. So this one bottom, two bottom, and three bottoms, right? And that's a bullish reversal pattern. But if this fails, if 110 fails, then obviously I'm going to be out. So I can look at this bottom here. When it trades here, I'm going to see if once we break below 102, then we are going to go down and go to the lows, right? But based on how this is set up, I believe that it can hold, and then it can push up to the upside. So we shall see how this plays out. So this is a trade I'm looking at. I got 140 calls, so I just got a startup position today before the market closed. This is 140 calls expiring November 14th, I believe, right? November 14th, and then I'm going to look to hold it and see what happens, right? I mean, if it doesn't work out, if it breaks below 124 here, I'll think about exiting the trade, but I'll look at how it's trading. But here is going to be 110 is going to be my final stop. Like if it breaks below 110 and daily candle closes below 110, then I'm out of the trade. But this here is a swing trade. So let's look at when Circle is having their earnings, because that's very important if you're buying options during earnings time. So Circle, CRCL. The idea is, so there's 12. Okay. So the expiration that you should be getting should be November 7th, because you don't want to be trading this in the earnings. So November 7th, 140 calls, that's what I bought, and I'm going to look to write it up if this works out. So this is ready to go as long as the crypto market is stays strong. And I like, from a technical standpoint, is looking for an explosive move either to the upside or to the downside. We shall see how that plays out in the days and weeks ahead. Okay, so that's about it for tonight for the crypto updates. I hope you learned something new here. Please put comments in your chat, put some feedback in the chat so that I know you are learning something. Let me know what you learned today and what you are going to execute in the days and weeks ahead here. And also, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please do subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so that you get alerts immediately I post any videos or I go live. Okay. And also make sure you join our free community at tradingrich.com. When you go there, you see join free community, and then you can join, and we can you are going to get lots of resources there, lots of videos, lots of resources that you can use to improve your trading skills. Okay. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good night. Bye-bye.